Thanks for tuning in and welcome. For all of you that have been tuning in and watching me for a while, you know that I've in the past Ollie has had his mate Sid to join in with me on these tutorials and things, but unfortunately and very sadly a couple of weeks ago Sid passed. I think he had, I don't know what was wrong with him, mate. Yeah, poor little fellow. It was quite sad, but Ollie's definitely doing okay, and he's stepped up the pace as far as forgetting now that he's a bird. Yeah, he thinks he's a person. But anyway, I thought today I want to talk to you about the EVH Stripe Series guitar. And why I'm doing this, cut a long story short. Cut a long story short, I'm really impressed with these. I think they're one of the greatest guitars for the price that have come out. Everything about this guitar I love. All the features about it are proven and tested. You're going to have... Hey, stop it. Everything about these guitars is, road tested by Ed. Everything he's brought out I think is a fantastic product. But anyway, there's so many features on this that I think makes a great guitar. Look, this possibly could be the greatest guitar in my collection, and after explaining why, I think you might understand. I thought when I read it, and when they first released them, I thought the specs were fantastic, and everything about it I thought was a really good idea. Practical, sensible, and hardy and roadworthy, the whole bit. But I'll explain each. I'll explain all the components and why I think they're better than the other two Strats I've got here, or the other two Sandimas and the Charvel. Ollie, come on. It's getting a bit much, mate. I did try and do a video just before, but Ollie interrupted so bad I had to stop. Okay, so when I start with the construction of the guitar, I'll begin with the neck here and we'll just talk about it. The actual neck itself is quarter sawn rock maple, quarter sawn, making it super strong. It's much more rigid and has a lot more strength in it than just a slab cut like the Jackson SDX has. And there's no skunk stripe in the back because it's a two-piece neck. They've actually glued on the fingerboard as a slab piece of maple on the front. Look, leave some comments after this video and tell me if you want me to get rid of Ollie and put him out in the aviary where he should belong if he keeps interrupting. Okay, so this is quarter sawn on the back and a slab cut placed in on the front. Underneath the slab of maple is where they insert the truss rod through the top of the guitar, unlike the Fenders and things where they place it through the back where you get a skunk stripe. But beside the truss rod, they also did two little cuts and have inserted carbon stiffening rods that actually really help to keep the neck straight, and especially when it's an unfinished neck like this one. The ingress of moisture and so forth is more likely on an unfinished neck, and so to keep it really rigid and stop it from seasonally changing, they put these carbon rods in it, And I can assure you that the neck is perfect. It's so straight and feels fantastic. It's a really nice feeling neck. I've only done one truss rod adjustment, very minor, and it's been the same ever since. The relief is the same every time. The actual locking nut at the top, it's usually the way they install these sometimes is screws that come down through the lock nut and just go into the rock maple, but on this kind they've actually got bolts that go back through and tie into the, so I guess it makes it more stable. The tuners are an EVH brand tuner. They're very smooth, like a Fender EVH tuner. Very nice. Down. Yeah, nice jumbo frets. Feel nice. Really well dressed. Extremely well finished off. The whole neck just feels really smooth and it's really fast to play. Okay, one of the things that I thought was awesome about the EVH guitar, you don't have to take the neck off if you want to make a truss rod adjustment. You don't have to remove it. You've got the little thumb wheel at the base here. You can insert an Allen key or any sort of like a tiny screwdriver into and actually move it. So it just makes it really easy doing the adjustment too. Next, I think it's an older body or basswood. It's not a heavy guitar. It's lighter than the Jackson SDX, but it's got great resonance through it. The Wolfgang pickup, the EVH Wolfgang pickup that's in it, is actually directly mounted to the body. There's no adjustment, there's no movement, there's no anything. It's screwed directly into the body. So it's good and it's bad. Sometimes it's nice to have a bit of adjustment there so you can change the height of the pickup to what you desire, but it's fantastic that apparently when you hard mount a pickup like this, that you get better tone and resonance through the guitar and it picks it up better. Don't swear, please. Yeah, so apparently you get better tone. I think the tone out of this guitar is fantastic. It's got a really low resistance volume pot here. It says tone on the volume pot, but it's actually a volume. Extremely low resistance, nice and smooth to turn. And then straight to the EVH Floyd Rose. It's a I think it's one of those Korean original Floyd Roses. It's not a Floyd Rose license or Floyd Rose special. It's proper steel saddles and everything. Solid steel saddles, but they're made in Korea, I believe. With the D tuner. Another great feature I think is fantastic about this guitar. See, the way, if you've got a floating Floyd Rose and you use the D tuner and you pull it out, you're relieving the tension of the E string by a whole step. And we all know that if you've got a floating Floyd Rose and you relieve the tension of that one particular string, the spring tension on the back is going to overcome the string tension on the top, making the Floyd Rose drop backwards, and you change the pitch of the whole guitar. Whereas if it's top mounted and correctly set up so that the Floyd Rose is actually sitting on the body and it's straight with the body at the same time, I'll show you a photo right now. You can see it's got nowhere to go, and that's how you get the D tuner to work correctly. A lot of people say, oh, they're crap, they don't work. It's because they're not designed to work with a recessed or floating Floyd Rose. They've got to be a top mount. Oh, Ollie. And that's about it, I think. What we'll do now is I'll just play a few riffs that show it off for what it can do. Thank you.